Beautifully broken. Now that's something that, I mean, it's something to think about, really, because how can you be broken and then beautiful at the same time? Okay, so the way I think about this, especially, if you're broken from just life's obstacles, blocks, not even failures, but things that happen to us in life. It can be deaths, it can be divorce, it can be self-sabotage, it can be so many different things that break you literally. It can be losing your friends, it could be losing family members. But when I think about it, sometimes beautifully broken is God breaking down things that He no longer wants you to have in your life. Because He gives us trials and tribulations so we can become the better version of us. So God breaks you, and He breaks you, but guess what? All these little pieces are multiplying. And He then scoops them back up and He builds a better person. Now, the breaking is hard. Believe you me, it's really hard. Because you sit there and you're in the trenches now. And you're sitting there like, I mean, some of us will ask God, why me? But then we have to sit there and think about it, but like, God, why not me? Especially if you're a person like me that have big goals and big dreams. All this stuff's supposed to happen to me. Yes, I was supposed to be in that toxic relationship on both parts. Because you guys, I am not perfect. I wasn't perfect then. I wasn't a good person then. And I'm still not a goody two-shoe now. I'm not. And I'm not going to sit there and pretend like I am, because I'm not. God has given us all these things. I mean, I'm not going to say what type of person I am, but God has given us all these things to deal with what we need to deal with in life. So I have to be a stern person. Sometimes I have to be a stoic person. Some people sit there and it's like, why don't you smile? Because I got a lot of things on my mind. So I'm really like just overthinking things in my head, most likely, honestly. It's not that I'm mean or anything. I'm probably just like racing things over in my head. Like, is my son okay? Are my other children okay? You know what I'm saying? I need to get this done, or I need to make this amount of money today on Uber. So my mind is probably just racing with a lot of other things. It's not that I'm a mean person. And that's a lot of people now, because we're out here and I'm not going to say struggling. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to claim that, but we're out here, we're living right now. And so we're thinking of things to do, sometimes to bring in more income. We're thinking things to do to have our family happier and better. We're thinking of being healthier. Gen X, I mean, we're around here, we're in our 50s. So we are also dealing with parents that may be ill. You know what I'm saying? And some of us parents have passed on to glory. So we're sitting here and we're being broken. As I said, we're definitely being broken, but we're also sitting there watching the pieces come back together and watching God multiply those pieces. I'm telling you, if we could see God's vision sometimes, we will calm our butts down. Because I know they say, what is it? You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. I'm telling you, I can only write what I want down, maybe, script it, write it down, put up a vision board or whatever, like they say in the scripture, write the vision, make it plain. I can only do that. But the thing is, God is the one, He's going to orchestrate it and He's going to put it together. And guess what? Usually it's better than anything you can think of. You might sit there and you be like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe how God turned this out. It's going to be way better than you think. And I mean way better. You're going to sit there and you're going to be amazed about what God can do with those broken pieces. And he's breaking you down for your good. Don't doubt him. God is not a man that he should lie. He's not a man anyway, but he definitely doesn't lie. So we have to sit there and realize, hey, I'm going through the trenches right now. And some people used to say, I can't get no further, no lower than this. Don't say that. It's like, please don't say that. Because guess what? You speaking it out there, and sometimes the enemy hear you and be like, I can make it low. I can make you go lower. So you don't want to do that. But just realize that you might be in the trenches right now, and you might be broken right now. But guess what? Those pieces going to come together and make a beautiful masterpiece. Just like they talk about the phoenix rising. You got it. So just don't doubt it. Beautifully broken is a very good thing. I mean, it's going to be masterful. And I know now it's like, hey, I don't want to be beautifully broken. I want to win. And that's how I am. Because sometimes it feels like, am I cursed? What the hell is going on here? I want to get out of this. Why is this going on? And sometimes it's self-sabotage. We do it to ourselves. We do. You see this girl right here? I do it to myself. This 53-year-old, I do it to myself. But sometimes there are lessons that God has for us, because he's tearing down the old and he's bringing up the new. So I'm hoping you guys love this message today, because I love the idea of the beautifully broken. When I heard that song a long time ago, I think it was by Tasha Cobbs, I was crying my butt off, because of the simple fact, like I said, I'm like, I feel that right now. I'm going through that right now. I was in that relationship that I chose to stay in. I chose it. I chose to stay in it. Nobody's fault but mine. That was me. But guess what? I've learned a lot. And just because I had to sit there and lose everything, which it wasn't, I'm not even going to say that was everything, because, you know, thinking that because you had your own place and all this kind of stuff and your own vehicle and this, that, and the other, that was everything. No, God has something much better for me. And I know it's like, I look at it like, oh, how long is it going to take? I don't know how many of you did that before. But I'd be like, how long is it going to take? I've been over here too long. Yeah, I've done that before. But then I go back and I start getting in my word, or I start reading me a good book. And guess what? I'd be like, oh, that's it, Danielle. You're just going through the test, so you can get to the testimony. All right, YouTube. I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching me. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.